Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. I want to talk to you about a subject that really never really wanted to talk about. I've always been the good guy, so I really had no reason to hide my identity. As a militia member, and you are all militia members if you fall into a certain age group, you have certain basic equipment. This is my loadout equipment. Also, we need to include another piece of equipment that's very important. As the good guy, I never really did anything that I was ashamed of or had to hide my identity. If you look at current federal law enforcement, a lot of times when you see the pictures, they're dressed in a manner that's very intimidating. I understand the intimidation factor needs to be there if you are enforcing laws that are moral, just, and constitutional. But now our law enforcement, especially the federal law enforcement, and it's fallen down into state and local, becoming militarized. But as a Minuteman, I try to do everything above board, so I'm not ashamed to have my face out there. But as they ratchet up on us, as they destroy the Constitution, we have to ratchet it up. And I'm going to say just ratchet up the resistance. Part of that is you might do things that are totally constitutional, totally moral, but you might want to hide your identity. They have a vast infrastructure of ways to find out who you are, and a lot of that is facial recognition. So part of your equipment as a Minuteman needs to be some type of balaclava, some type of mask. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that, as the good guy, I don't care. If I do something, I want you to know I did it. Don't want to hide. But as they ratchet up the destruction of our country and our Constitution, we have to be prepared to ratchet it up also. And part of that is hiding your identity. Not saying go out and do things that are illegal, wrong, and immoral, and try to hide your identity to get away with it. But in certain types of fights, you want to be not easily identified. Think of the Boston Tea Party when they threw the tea in. What did they do? They dressed up like Indians. Yeah, we knew who they were, but you really couldn't identify them, and that was the point. So a balaclava is a must for the Minuteman. These I buy locally for $5. They do the job. They hide your identity. They also give you some warmth, so if it's on a very cold day, it will definitely become very helpful to you. This particular balaclava is actually fire resistant. This is for firemen to wear under their turnout gear to protect them from the fire. So this one is top of the line. It's actually very, very warm if you're using it in the winter, so it's an advantage. In the summer, it's too hot. But the difference is this probably is $35. This is $5. This will protect you from the heat and the flames. This one will melt to your face, so remember that. There's all kinds of other ones out there that have some properties of protection. This is actually one that was issued to me in the military that I got to keep. It's a brown one. Doesn't really matter what color it is. There's a lot of civilian ones on here. This one's okay, but doesn't really hide your full face. It does a great job of camouflaging, and it gives you some warmth. But all this stuff up here is needed as a Minuteman, needed to protect the Constitution, just as along with this balaclava. We have to be smart about this. You might do something that's morally right, justified under the Constitution, but you don't want to give them an easy way of tracking you down. So think about it. All Minutemen should include a balaclava in their kit. Thanks for watching.